zum Finaltag der Elton Safety Shoes European Darts Trophy 2025. Die Achtelfinalsession live und präsentiert von der PDC Europe. Hier aus der Lokhalle in Göttingen. 3 Matches stehen noch an in dieser Session. Und hier kommen unsere nächsten beiden Achtelfinalisten. Wir begrüßen aus Strausberg, Deutschland, die aktuelle Nummer 22 der Welt. Ein Sieger auf der Pro Tour. Der Gewinner von 2 European Tour Titeln. Hier kommt Deutschlands Nummer 1, The One, Martin Schindler. Er ist der Gewinner von 54 PDC-Titeln. Ein ehemaliger World Matchplay UK Open und Premier League Champion. And a 2-time back-to-back champion of the world. It's the Flying Scotsman, Gary Anderson.
Well, we've got one Scotsman through to the final session already in Cameron Menzies. Can Gary Anderson join him in the other half of the draw? Martin Schindler, the only German player left standing on home soil here in Göttingen. And he has been excellent so far this weekend. He dealt with Adam Hunt without being near his best. He didn't need to be. He was amazing against Johnny Clayton last night. And so Martin Schindler has only dropped 3 legs all weekend. Gary Anderson lost the first 3 legs of his weekend against Luke Woodhouse and looked like he was going to be on the wrong end of a bit of a battering from Woody for the 2nd Euro Tour running. Well, Woodhouse faded pretty drastically and it allowed Anderson to turn the match around. He ended up winning that by 6 legs to 4. They have met before. Gary won their first 2 meetings, but the only time they've met in the last couple of years, which is when Schindler really has taken it to a new level with his game, Gary Anderson withdrew very early in the match because he had a poorly shoulder. So we've got nothing really to go on in terms of Gary Anderson in recent times and the sort of title-winning Martin Schindler that we see nowadays. This is the first time that, hopefully, they play a complete game against each other.
Yeah, it wasn't a good few days, that, for Gary, because he had a poorly shoulder and he actually flew to the wrong airport. Hamburg instead of Hanover. This has started well for Gary.
We're expecting massive scoring in the previous game. We eventually got a barrage of 180s, but you could get something similar here. You know what Gary Anderson's about. Martin Schindler, one of his big things is the scoring and 180 hitting. It was in full force last night against the Ferret.
140.
He's got himself down to 81 after 9.
One of his increasingly bigger things is his hair. Look at that for a quiff.
40 must require 81.
11 darts on the cards. What a leg of darts this has been. 12 or treble. That leaves the bullseye.
38. Gary requires
And that is not quite there. Martin couldn't do it. Gary's got 2 at double 12. He can do it. 11 dart break and throw to start this contest. And that is ominous for Shindy.
Well, there's Ross Smith, who reached 2 Euro Tour finals last year, lost 1 to Dave Chisnell, whom he's just beaten, lost the other to Gary Anderson. Is he going to face him? Could he exercise some demons on his way to a first Euro Tour title? Or could Gary Anderson get back in the winner's circle, having done so last year in Sindelfingen by beating Smith in the final? Maybe Martin Schindler could embark on another terrorization of the European circuit, just as he did last year.
There's more of a general air of confidence about Schindler these days since those 2 European Tour success stories last year.
100.
Burst into tears when he beat Gowen Price in Riesa and pretty much did the same against Ryan Searle in Basel.
Surprised Searle wasn't in tears.
152.
Well, the maximum is going to give Shindy a chance to break straight back.
100. Martin requires 78.
Ready for tops. Tiny little move to the right. Oh, sneaks that one in the corner.
Game on.
It almost looked like the only place he could put that dart, where the second one was standing up.
Yeah, so much of his game and his equipment, his throw and everything is geared around grouping those darts together. He'll look and follow that one. He tried to. So you do wonder with those shots where he's got to get past the dart into double top. There's very real danger of catching any bit of the flight or barrel of the previous dart and getting nowhere near it. But he's managed to negotiate his way through that visit for 1 apiece.
100.
Lively start to this one.
Always likely to be high quality between one of the greatest players this sport has ever seen and the best German dart player on the planet right now.
Yeah, I did enjoy Michael van Gerwen saying Nico Springer's going to be the best German player, and then about an hour later Martin Schindler averaging 107 and obliterating Johnny Clayton. Thought it was amusing. Double 5. Oh, that's good. Shindy into the lead. I think you're right about the confidence that Martin Schindler has. It is born out of those 2 victories, but it wasn't just the 2 wins on the Euro Tour last year. All the other stuff, even when he wasn't winning, he's playing really well. For the whole European Tour, he was averaging around about 98. Now that's world class for a whole year. Currently averaging about 101 for the tournament, Martin Schindler, here this weekend.
Wasn't expecting to see too many signs saying that. Gary Anderson is taking on the German number 1. The Göttingen sweetheart this afternoon, Martin Schindler.
Martin Schindler might be getting a stranglehold on this game. Not enough to leave a finish for Anderson, so I don't think he'd have gone for the 170 even if it was an option, Martin Schindler. And he hasn't taken a big old bite out of that.
Even the greats can't check out 166.
138. Martin require 110.
18 to leave, double 14. Interesting choice from Gary. This is more conventional from Martin Schindler, and he hits it. Martin Schindler may have had good reason to be worried after the first leg. Gary Anderson breaking in 11 darts, but it's a hat-trick of 15 darters in response.
On that first leg, let's not forget, Martin Schindler was first to a double. Yes, it was only one at the Bull. But if he'd had that 81 checkout, which is exactly what Anderson took out in the following visit, it'd be 4-0 up on the Flying Scotsman. Now, Gary did turn things around against Luke Woodhouse from 3-0 down. And yes, he can take a lot of the credit for doing so, but Luke Woodhouse has got to take a fair share of the blame, because he missed and missed and missed. Martin Schindler does not look like a player who is going to fade so starkly.
95.
Another two treble visit.
99.
Tees up the kind of finish we'd expect Schindler to take out. Only get one opportunity. But it's that double 16 that he's just hit. He misses this time.
Gary require 108.
A lot of options for this. Going 4-17s for tops. And taking it out. The finishing in this game has been superb. Anderson 2 out of 2 on the doubles. Checkouts of 108 and 81. Schindler 78, 90, 110. He's only missed one dart at double. That was at the Bull for an 81. And then that one we've just seen at the double 16 for the 62. Just combination finishing par excellence from the pair of them.
Sehr gut.
100.
Gary only played 2 European Tour events last year, winning in Sindelfingen, and then looking at the rankings and saying, well, I've already done enough to be at the European Championship. Don't need to bother with anymore.
Yeah, I think he's seeing this as a means to an end, Gary, isn't he?
100.
But it does mean he's got to make it count when he's here. It's okay in the end. He's left single to double. But Shinny's going to leave tops here.
140. Gary required 45.
Anderson leaves tops. The superb finishing continues. It's perfect for Gary. 3 from 3.
Nothing wrong with any of that.
59.
Wasn't keen with how the first 2 darts settled in the treble 20. So he went downstairs, reached the rewards with a 177.
100.
Gary Anderson now in the ascendancy in this game. And it's not been about Martin Schindler dropping off. This is about Gary Anderson finding new levels. This is magnificent. 177, 171 leaves 94 for a potential 4-visit leg.
96. Gary Require 94.
Schindler's done very little wrong in the last two legs. And yet he is staring down the barrel, the 4-3 deficit.
54.
Anderson leaves tops. Big ask for Schindler, though, as you mentioned, Dan, the combination finishing has been excellent in this game so far. The excellence doesn't quite continue there.
58. Gary Require 40.
Not missed a dart at double. Has now. Doesn't matter. Picks off the double 10 very next dart.
Eighth is Gary to throw first. Game on.
3-leg burst, 2 breaks of throw. Gary Anderson now in control of the match. Martin Schindler's average has not dropped below 100. Anderson has found another gear here.
25.
More of a sedate crowd on this Sunday afternoon, but they are beginning to make noise for their man. Might need them as well. The scoring has dropped off a touch from Schindler.
Seen a couple of players go out averaging in 3 figures today already. Jan van Veen against MVG in a game that could have gone either way. Wessel Nyman against Gerwin Price in a game that definitely could not have gone either way.
40.
Oh, Gary Anderson a bogey number. Schindler can't make that matter.
59. 85. Gary Require 100.
That second dart scuppered the visit. 2 tops. There's 1. There's 2. It's a beauty from Gary Anderson, and he's 1 leg away from a place in the European Darts Trophy quarter-final.
180.
Second 180 for Martin Schindler. He may need more if he is going to turn this around. Gary Anderson coming from 3-1 down in this one. 4 legs on the spin.
93.
Put himself on the brink of the last 8.
Martin Schindler needs a burst, and this would be a very good start.
57. Martin Require 48.
Hold of throw, but this is to end a 4-leg drought. That should be a good guide for double 16. It's a very good guide. Martin Schindler's not out of this. An 11 darter of his own following Gary's in the first leg.
And the Flying Scotsman close it out with the darts here. That is not a good start. He's not punished. Schindler's eyes were lit up after that first dart, and he's come away with just 60. But Gary Anderson is not finding trebles. It is an open invitation for Martin Schindler. In recent months, it's tended to take something very, very good to beat Martin Schindler on the European Tour. And this is very good from Gary Anderson. It might still not be enough. There were other options for Gary there. But you want to stay in the 20s. He's left a bogey number. Schindler doesn't have to go for the bull at the end of this. He doesn't have that option anyway. But he pins the ball to leave tops, and Martin Schindler has got to be considered favourite for this game now.
139, Martin required 40.
Double top to send us all the way. That's quite a bit low. That's in though, it's 5-all, and Martin Schindler has found the burst he needed. A 14-dart break following on from an 11-dart hold of throw. Real class and quality from Germany's premier player.
Beating a player the calibre of Johnny Clayton by playing top-level stuff like he did last night, that is one thing. It's hugely impressive. If he is able to come from behind against a player like Gary Anderson, who's been averaging a ton, it's even more impressive. The job isn't done, though.
94. 41.
Those 3 bad darts literally cheered on.
95 points clear, minus these. Oh, now then, Gary, he's not down to a finish, but he'll be leaving something very handy when he comes back to the board. Where will Schindler be, though?
Not enough, you don't think? 140 would be lovely. Bad start.
40.
They both falter. Schindler favourite once again. This is flipping and flopping back and forth. Schindler won't end it with this visit. Oh, he's crawling to the line.
40.
Both players looking gassed. One last big visit for Gary Anderson. No, he's just inside.
Anderson has had a match dart. Schindler is desperate to get 2 here. He'll accept 1. He does get 1. And he cannot take it. They've both missed the dart for the match.
Double 5 to end a pulsating contest. Miles away. The first dart wasn't too bad. The next 2 were in a different postcode.
Schindler has had his fortune. He must capitalise upon it. Oh, it's a shocker. Double 16. And the wall has made a mess of that.
Gary required 10.
The wall has crumbled brick by brick, and Gary Anderson, in the former train factory, the Flying Scotsman, steams in to steal that from Martin Schindler. Germany and Göttingen are not going to get a home nation winner. Martin Schindler did so well to bring that game back to 5-all, but both players felt it in the last leg, and it's Gary Anderson who crawls over the line.